Hey, what's up, guys? Sam here. Just sitting back from all the hot takes I've seen on this recently. Dude, everybody's got an opinion now. What's this? The new iPhone this year, the iPhone 12, it's not going to ship with headphones. But more than that, it's also not going to ship with a charger. It's going to ship with a cable, but not the little power brick. But a big part that everybody's missing is that, yes, it's not coming to the iPhone 12, but Apple's not just doing it on the new iPhone. The new iPhone SE that came out that currently includes a charger, that's going away too. So by the end of this year, every single iPhone that Apple sells, I assume whether refurbished or new or anywhere in between, it's not going to have a charger or headphones in the box. So why would Apple do this? Why in the world would they break our hearts like this again? Is it another replay of the headphone jack? Because that's what I feel. I've heard people talk about two reasons. I haven't heard the third reason that I think is, the more long-term one. So let's start with the first two that broadly I do agree with. One, Apple's doing this to save money. I think that is the main reason in the next year they are doing this. Because if they don't have to give you one for free, they don't have to make as many. Now, if you're going to try to convince me that it costs Apple a lot to make these, I think we're going to disagree there because it doesn't. Apple can make these for a dime a dozen. That's why you've gotten one for free for so long. So the charger and the headphones, a lot of them have some already. You got some laying around at home, at work, maybe even have a wireless charging pad. Remember that I said that. Maybe you have a wireless charging pad. So from Apple's perspective, they can take it out of the box, and while some people are going to be upset, myself included, they're not going to alienate the whole fan base overnight because so many people already have a different charging solution that they can just use with their new phone this year, even if it isn't the fastest or the coolest. The second thing you've probably heard or thought of is, well, Apple's doing this for the environment because, more than any other company, that nasty Samsung, that scary OnePlus, the terrifying Google, No, they don't care about the environment like Apple does. Before I say this next thing, I want to make it very clear where I stand on the environment. Humans are accelerating climate change significantly, so we gotta change something, whether it's their electric vehicles, renewable energy, whatever it might be. So we gotta take care of the environment, and I'm super happy that Apple is doing a good job. I want to make it clear though, if it ever comes to Apple making a profit or Apple caring for the environment, you don't become a $1 trillion company by giving everybody a hug every day, all right? Apple's going to choose profit over the environment every single time. I know they don't want you to think that. I know that might be hard to hear, but they're a corporate American company. So I hear those two arguments and I'm like, yeah, it's probably the money thing. Like short term, Apple's probably saying we could save so much money and, a bunch of the parts for the iPhone are increasing in cost, whether it's the new 120 hertz display on the Pros, the more premium housing that I actually went hands-on with the other day, which is really cool, the better camera systems, and of course, 5G, because the modems are brand new, they're pretty expensive. So there you go, this is why Apple's doing it. They're gonna save money because they can make the box smaller, pack more iPhones onto a pallet, and they don't have to include this stuff, and it's better for the environment. So we solved the problem, right? Yeah, for this year, but I don't think Apple as a company is ever gonna make a decision just for the next year, or even the next 2 years. When Apple makes a decision, whether it's removing the headphone jack or even removing the CD-ROM on Macs back in the day, they're not doing it because they want that immediate result. They know people are going to be outraged. They know we're going to be super upset. And they know people like me are going to be making videos about it, already giving them a bad rap before anything happens. But to me, that's still more short-term. So what's long-term for Apple? Well, we know they're working on some crazy stuff like augmented reality glasses and AR, VR headset and a car. Yeah, I know, but those are very abstract right now. We don't know that many details. We don't even know if they ultimately will make it into production. So I think the crux of this is actually what happens when you look at what they're doing next year with the iPhone. And take a look at what Apple's been doing broadly over the past few years, and you're going to have a, whoa, I haven't even seen this the whole time moment. When Apple removed the headphone jack in 2016 with the iPhone 7, what did everybody say? Oh my gosh, I can't use my headphones with my phone. This is just horrible. But in the box, Apple still gave you headphones that had a lightning cord, so you still got your free headphones. That need was remedied. And if you wanted to, for some reason, use your old headphones, I don't know why you would, but we're going to give you an adapter in the box. And they said, just in case you might be interested in this, we do have a new product, and we're really happy with this. It's a little something called EarPods. They're essentially the free EarPods you usually get in the box, but they do cost $160, and they're way cooler. Like, dude, there's no wires at all, and it's magic. It works over Bluetooth. Well, fast forward a couple of years down the road, and they remove the adapter. So we're still getting the free headphones, but you probably started to look around and say, everybody has these like wireless earbuds, whether they're AirPods or something else. Everything's like Bluetooth now. That's weird. Yeah, I mean, I guess the headphone jack was annoying, but honestly, AirPods are really good, and I think it's ultimately a better experience than the free stuff I usually got. So you're happy, but you have to remember you did spend more money than you initially wanted to because you did buy those wireless earbuds, whether it was cheap ones from Amazon or AirPods or Google Pixel Buds. I don't know all the options out there. All right, so now we're in 2020. So if Apple is removing the earpods and the charger from the box, what's coming in the next set of years? Because in 2016, they removed the headphone jack. A lot of people got interested in wireless audio, arguably became a better experience, but we still spent a little bit more money. What about this next part? Because I do believe the economics do tie directly in here. Another thing it ties into is Apple's obsession with no wires and everything being clean and crisp. I mean, on the Apple Watch, there's no port. On AirPods, there's no wires. And we've heard from reliable sources that in 2021, at least one of the iPhones isn't going to have a port at all. So here's what I think Apple's doing. I think they're preparing us for the next big move. I think they're going to remove the ports entirely. And Apple, Johnny Ive, when he was still active at the company, talked about this being the goal, that they want just this slab of glass in your hand. Imagine the iPhone 12. I mean, it really is this slab of glass when you pick it up, but imagine it with like no ports on it at all. I think it would look really nice, but you have to say, well, how am I going to charge this thing? Remember AirPower? This was Apple's wireless charging mat that never came to be. They announced it alongside the iPhone 10 in 2017, and they canceled it in 2019. Yeah, they canceled a product. When is the last time you've heard a company do that, especially Apple? They weren't able to figure it out then, but more recently, and they still have the registered trademark on their site, sources have been saying that Apple's back hard at work on the project, that there was evidence in an early build of iOS 14. They've got a small one and a bigger one for multiple devices, that development is still continuing. So knowing that, let's look at what is happening this year. So Apple's removing the charger and the headphones. So AirPods have been never more popular before, and wireless chargers are on the rise. And as soon as this year, Apple's releasing a new wireless charging system. They're going to say this is the best way to charge your phone. It's super fast, it looks great, and it's better integrated with your iPhone than anything else. Because just like with headphones, you can buy headphones from anywhere, or you can buy AirPods with some magical features. You know, they pause when you take them out of your ears automatically. They sync really nicely. You've got settings on your iPhone. It's all native. With the charger, you can just plug in any charger, and even the best Apple charger doesn't do anything different. You plug it in, it charges your phone fast. But if you made this accessory, this wireless charging mat, and you could set your phone on there, maybe you can interact with it somehow. Maybe you can customize some stuff about it, and maybe it's a better experience than any other charger you've ever had. But way bigger picture than that. Maybe you don't miss your wired charger. Maybe you don't miss it at all. And maybe you like wireless charging better, which is going to get you prepared for the 2021 iPhone. Because I think that's ultimately what Apple's done. They remove a feature, they take a big leap in one direction, and they get you ready for what they're going to sell you next. Now, I want to be clear here. I'm not saying that Apple's only doing this for the money and nothing else, because I don't believe that Apple is fully soulless and they're only here to take our money and, you know, the products are just a side to the money. I do think that Apple, they think about these things, and they think, well, these are like bonuses, like we can sell additional peripherals around the central concept, and the central concept they've been ruminating is no wires. You saw that with AirPods. That was the first big one to create the best possible alternative for a free thing we had in the box. Now Apple's working on the best possible alternative for the charger-free thing in the box. I think you can see where I'm going here. And this is something I haven't seen people mention. It's just been, oh, for the environment or for money. But long term, this aligns with Apple's strategy of creating more and more products that don't have any wires at all. This is something Apple's been doing forever, and they're going to keep doing it. Whether or not it hurts in the short term, they've got their vision set on the long term here. And I think that removing this stuff out of the box this year, yes, it saves them money. It also plays into what they're doing over the next 10 years. I think the big question is they did it in the past by leaving that cheap free alternative around for a while. In fact, when you buy an iPhone today, you still get the headphones, even though AirPods are super popular. Will removing the charger from the box accelerate that transition to wireless charging as fast as Apple wants? I'm not sure. It could. Maybe it fails. So what do you think about this down below? Do you think that this is why Apple's doing it? Do you think there's another reason we haven't even explored? Do you think these rumors are all BS and Apple's going to give us a charger like they have every single year? Let me know down below. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. It's fun to sort of break down at a very low level We use iPhones every day. But why do we really, what makes us use them? What attracts us to the ecosystem? All right, that's all for now. Drop a like if you enjoyed it. Hit subscribe for more, and I'll see y'all in my next video.